Sanger embraced the New Deal. She was a friend of Eleanor and Franklin Roosevelt's, actually a neighbor upstate New York. And she believed in government that would guarantee reproductive autonomy as a foundation for broader improvements in public health and social welfare. She called for a robust social safety net, a dole for every child, but also increased public expenditure on family planning as a matter of simple justice. Why would a country that was taking care of its people not also give them the voluntary tools to limit the number of births? One has to understand that the New Deal, the foundation of the New Deal, were Northern Irish Catholics, Southern fundamentalist Protestants. In fact, the same political base that is now holding captive the Republican Party held captive the Democratic Party, and she never forgave that, became quite conservative and angry about American politics, and kind of gave up on America after the New Deal. But it's a fundamental point that her politics remained progressive, and she actually always voted socialist, but because she was so angry at Franklin Roosevelt. She was fourth, and I'm coming on my 5 minutes, a feminist. Her fundamental heresy, as you heard from Alex, was claiming women's right to experience their sexuality free of consequence, just as men have always done. The hardest challenge in writing about her today and over the last 22 years since my book came out, talking about her as well as writing about her, is to explain how absolutely destabilizing this seemed in her own time. Even given the enormous backlash against women's rights today and in the years since actually my book was published, it's hard to inhabit an era in our own past, in our own history, when sex was seen more as an obligation than a pleasure for women, motherhood as a primary role. Women were largely denied identities of their own as citizens, no vote, compromised rights to inheritance and the ownership of property and credit, no protection from violence. This unyielding principle of male coverture, as it was called, was key to understanding why the arguments over contraception were so profound.